Some of the NFL's top receivers in today's game include players like Michael Thomas, Julio Jones, and DeAndre Hopkins. However, there are a line of receivers that look to be the next generation, and that's what we're going to discuss in today's video. But before we dive into the 7 receivers who are next in line and who can become stars of the position, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, as all support is very much appreciated. Now let's begin. The first receiver who could become a star in the 20s is Cowboys receiver Michael Gallup. Gallup in his rookie year had 33 catches for 500 yards, and in his second year, he played in just 14 games and had over 1,100 yards. He finished 20th in the NFL in receiving, and while 20th isn't really noteworthy, I think this should be noted because he played in only 14 of the 16 games, and the gap between 20th and 5th in receiving yards in 2019 was only 95 yards. So had Gallup played in those 2 games he missed, he very well could have finished in the top 5 receiving yards in 2019. Assuming Dak is his quarterback for the next few years, him and Gallup could get even better together. Both Michael and Amari will make a very good duo for the next few years in Dallas, and this is all under the assumption they give Dak Prescott the long-term contract he deserves. The next receiver who could become a star is the Broncos' Courtland Sutton. Courtland Sutton in his first 2 seasons has quietly become a very solid receiver. Of course, being in the same division as players like Keenan Allen and Tyreek Hill, sometimes he gets overmatched. However, he had a 1,000-yard season to his name in 2019, and with quarterback Drew Lock going 4-1 to close the year, the Broncos' future looks as bright as it can be. Sutton in the 5 games Lock started didn't have great numbers, as he had only 2 games with 70 receiving yards, but those were Lock's first 5 career games. This duo can 100% be the future for Denver, and while I don't think they compete with Kansas City this year, I do think they'll each put up good numbers. Sutton will be just 25 and Lock will be 24. These 2 guys have great potential, and I think Lock puts up 4,000 yards per year and Sutton puts up 1,000 yards per year and becomes a consistent Pro Bowl wide receiver like he was in 2019 certainly isn't out of the question. The potential here is as high as each of them wanted to be. The next receiver who could become a star is Giants receiver Darius Slayton. Darius Slayton is in a similar situation as Courtland is right now, just in the NFC. In his rookie year, he had over 700 yards and didn't start consistently getting targets until much later in the season. He had more touchdowns as a rookie in 2019 than DeAndre Hopkins, Julio Jones, and George Kittle. His chemistry with fellow 2019 draft class member Daniel Jones should only grow as the 2 get older. What's nice for Slayton especially is teams have to focus on Saquon a significant amount, so this will allow Darius to get a lot of one-on-one opportunities because the minute any defense slacks off on defending Saquon even remotely, he'll take 175 to the house. Slayton is also in a good position to learn from a veteran receiver like Golden Tate, who can also help his progression along. Slayton had 2 120-yard games down the stretch, and his chemistry with Daniel Jones should only grow and help move both of their career paths along. The next receiver who could become a star is Jags receiver DJ Chark. DJ Chark in 2019, much to the surprise of everyone, was a breakout player. He went from a 14-catch, 174-yard rookie season to exploding onto the scene with 73 catches for 1,008 yards and 8 touchdowns in 2019. He had 3 100-yard games last season, and 2 of them were above 145. The Jags, as of now, are going into the 2020 season with Gardner Minshew as their starter, and those 2, like Sutton with Lock and Slayton with Jones, should only get better with time. Whether or not Minshew is the long-term franchise quarterback for the Jags, we'll know in a few years, but for 2020 specifically, he is. I don't think Chark is a one-year wonder by any means, as his division, let's be honest here, doesn't have great corners, and he put up a 104-yard, 2-touchdown performance against the Colts last year. He has 6 games a year against not great corners, and with a solid year of work under his belt, it's not crazy to think he could put together a few straight 1,000 or even 1,200-yard years. Chark could become one of the best Jaguars receivers in their young franchise's history. The next receiver who could become a star is DK Metcalf of the Seahawks. Everyone knows DK Metcalf for the pre-draft hype. DK had a solid rookie season as he had 900 yards and 7 touchdowns and laid the groundwork for his career with perennial All-Pro quarterback Russell Wilson. He only had 1 100-yard game in the regular season, but he had an outstanding 7-catch, 160-yard game in the postseason in Philly. DK's route running should only improve as he gets more experience and puts more time in the league. He is the best quarterback to throw to him out of any receiver in this video without a doubt, and DK should be a 1,000-yard receiver in year 2. With Russell being only 31 years old, he has, assuming both still stay healthy, the next 4 to 5 years to improve and get the chemistry even better. DK has all the potential in the world, and he should without a doubt be a star soon. The next receiver who could become a star is Panthers wide receiver DJ Moore. DJ Moore had a terrific 2019 as he finished 9th in receiving yards in the NFL and was just 27 yards off from being in the top 5, all while missing a game and having Kyle Allen be his quarterback for most of the season. Moore is one of the most underrated receivers and players in all of football, and will be just 23 years old when the season starts. His quarterback play this year, and assuming he stays healthy, will be much better with Teddy Bridgewater, and he should rack up another 1,000-yard year. Unfortunately for Moore, outside of the Panthers fan base, he just doesn't get the love he deserves because of playing in the same division as Julio Jones, Michael Thomas, Mike Evans, and Chris Godwin. The NFC South undoubtedly has the best receivers for a division in the NFL, and Moore will be a quiet star for years to come. He is a great player and his potential is through the roof. The final player for today's video who could become a star is Terry McLaurin of the Redskins. Terry McLaurin in his rookie year with the Redskins had 58 catches for over 915 yards and 7 touchdowns. He played in 14 of the 16 games and was a great rookie for them this past year. He had 3 100-yard games and had the rare honor of playing with his college quarterback in the pros. Scary Terry looks to be a great receiver for the Redskins for the next few years, and in theory should have his first 1,000-yard season in 2020. If he and Haskins both stay healthy, there's no reason either of them can't build in their rookie seasons, and especially Terry, who's set the bar high for year 2 and beyond. McLaurin will never be a player like Julio Jones, who makes the highlight reel poster catches, but he will be a solid move-the-chains receiver who quietly hits 1,000 yards or very close to it year in and year out. I hope the Redskins keep Haskins in the draft and take Chase Young with the 2nd overall pick. That's all I have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you're still watching, I appreciate the time out of your day. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Football Analysis, and there's going to be giveaways soon. I don't want anyone to miss out on that, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.